Welcome to all the participants in the second session of training program organized by Bhagalpur Sohadia. The second session resource person is Mr. Rajesh Kumar and his topic is value education and its significance. तो अब से कुछ चंद मिनटों के बाद हमारा यह दूसरा सत्र आरंभ होगा। दूसरे सत्र को प्रारंभ करने के लिए I would like to request Mr. Rajesh Kumar to come onto the podium and start his session.
Welcome to you all in this session of value education and its significance. So far, we were parting education. Now an adjective has been added in it, that is value education. And the topic is based on value education and its significance. It means nowadays education is not enough. There must be value education. Why there should be value education? Because there is its own significance in our life. You may have seen in our society, there are so many educated people, learned people. When they become educated, after education, they get good jobs. They may be engineer, doctor, IAS, IPS, and so on. But you will see that there are some demerits in those persons. The main aim of doctor is to serve its patient. But now the aim of doctors has changed. A lot of doctors think my main aim is to earn a lot of money. In the same way, the aim of engineer should be to construct a good building or good bridge. But you will see that before inauguration, the bridge falls. His house does not fall for whole life, but the bridge or the construction which is made for public, that falls. A person becomes IAS. It is the most difficult examination of India. They become IAS, but they become corrupt. And you will see that when there is raid, that time they have a lot of money, a lot of unknown property. They were well educated. But why did it become so? Because they didn't get value education. There was lack of value education in them, and it resulted a corrupt person for the society, for the country. So this is the importance of value education in our life. And what is told by great people of the world about education, that you should know. First of all, I want to say the quotation of the saying of Swami Vivekananda. Education is not the amount of information that is put into your brain and runs right there, undigested all your life. We must have life building, man making, character making, assimilation of ideas. If you have assimilated 5 ideas and made them your life and character, you have more education than any man who has got by heart a whole library. It means if you have 5 qualities, that is enough. If you have got the knowledge of whole library. What does Gandhiji say about education? By education, I mean an all-round drawing of the best in child and man in body, mind and spirit. This is the view of Mahatma Gandhi regarding education. Now, Aristotle says, educating the mind without educating the heart is no education at all. There must be education of heart with the education of mind. Next one is Herbert Spencer, who is an English philosopher and poet. He says, the great aim of education is not knowledge, but action. And now, Martin Luther King Jr. Intelligence plus character. Intelligence plus character, that is the goal of true education. And one more, Williams, the aim of education is the knowledge not of facts, but of values. Nelson Mandela has also told something about education. He says, education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. If you want to change the world, that time education is the most powerful weapon, not atom bomb or anything else. And once again, I want to tell the quote of Swami Vivekananda. I had started from Swami Vivekananda. Again, I have come to Swami Vivekananda. We want education by which character is formed, strength of mind is increased, the intellect is expanded, and by which one can stand on one's own feet. So Swami Vivekananda says, once again I am saying his quote, we want education by which character is formed, strength of mind is increased, the intellect is expanded, and by which one can stand on one's own feet. The main aim or main thing behind these quotations or these great people's saying is that there must be value education. It means if there is no value education, that education is useless. And this is the view of all the great personalities of the world. Those persons who have shared their views regarding education, they all have told that value education should be imparted in the schools to the children. Why value education is necessary? For that, I am going to present an activity. For that activity, all the teachers, male teachers, will come on the stage. You should come on the stage. All teachers should come on the stage. Please come on the stage, because we will perform an activity, and that activity is regarding value education. What is the importance of value education? By this activity, you will be able to understand. Sir, you will assist me, and just come here on the stage. All will come. All will come. Come, sir. No problem. Come. I have a balloon for each and everyone. You will just okay, you have got the balloon. You have to put air in it, and you should try that your balloon should not burst. Okay, and after that you will tie that very balloon. बैलून में आप हवा भरेंगे, कोशिश करेंगे कि आपका बैलून फूटे नहीं तो आप हार जाएंगे, और आप उसको फुलाने के बाद उसको बांध लेंगे अच्छे तरीके से। अगर आप लोग सबों ने ये एक्टिविटी कर लिया, सबों ने बांध लिया, तो आप लोग फिर अगली एक्टिविटी के लिए तैयार हो जाएं। सबको अपने अपने बैलून को बांध लें, है ना। बांधने के लिए कोई अलग से, हाँ वेरी गुड सर, सबको बांध लें। उसके बाद मेरा अलग नेक्स्ट वन है, ठीक है। आप देखें आपको क्या करना है। अब मेरे पास, आपके पास बैलून है और मेरे पास एक और हथियार है, दैट इज टूथपिक। बांध दिया सबों ने? लीजिए सर, एक टूथपिक आप अपने हाथ में रखें। दाएं हाथ में टूथपिक रखें, बाएं हाथ में बैलून रखें।
आप फुला नहीं पा रहे हैं सर, क्या हुआ? बुढ़ा हो गए क्या?
इनका घर में दाल ज्यादा फूलता
है, तेजी वाले ज्यादा फुलाते हैं। मेरा भी तेज हो गया, 60 हो जाएगा।
Domino's presents the 4 cheese pizza with 4 different kinds of cheese from the Domino's Cheese Delicious range.
Okay, all have got the toothpick. All have got. You have got, sir?
Yes sir.
Anyone?
चालीस किलोमीटर से आने होगा मुझे कैमरा वही करता है।
Now this stage is for you, and I will see who is the winner. मैं अभी देखूंगा कि आप लोग में विनर कौन होते हैं. I have a prize for the winner. Okay, very good prize. Okay. क्या करना है अभी आपको, ये मंच पर ही रहना, मंच से उतरना नहीं है. आप एक हाथ में बैलून रखेंगे, एक हाथ में टूथपिक रखेंगे. आपको अपना बैलून बचाना है और दूसरे का बैलून फोड़ना. लेकिन 1 मिनट, मैं गाना बजाऊंगा, अभी एक गाना बजाऊंगा. गाना के खत्म होने तक जिसका बैलून रह जाएगा वो विनर होंगे. मंच से किन्हीं को उतरना नहीं है. ठीक है. ओके, गाना स्टार्ट हो रहा है, आप लोग तैयार हो जाएं. फोड़ना भी है दूसरे का. फोड़िए, फटाफट ना. फोड़िए, जिसका फूट गया फोड़िए दूसरे का. बैठिए बात. हेलो, बैठिए भैया सबको. हाँ, बढ़िया ना. गाना बंद करिए. फोड़े नहीं आपने बता. नहीं Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Okay, you all should sit now. हेलो, अभी आपने देखा, मैं अभी एक गाना बजा रहा था, हम होंगे कामयाब, लेकिन हम कामयाब नहीं हो पाए. एक मैं गीत गाना चाहता हूं, वो गीत है, तुम मुझे चाहो या ना चाहो कोई बात नहीं, किसी और को चाहोगी तो मुश्किल होगा. दिस इज द थिंग. यही चीज है मुझे लगता है कि मैं अगर नहीं जीता तो मैं किसी को नहीं जीतने दूंगा। और कमोबेश यही स्थिति अभी देखने को आई। कोई भी इसका विनर नहीं बन पाया, क्योंकि जैसे ही हमारा बैलून फूटा मुझे लगा मैं विनर नहीं बन पाऊंगा, तो मैं दूसरे पर लग गया कि उसको विनर नहीं बनने दूंगा। और जब ऐसा लगा कि कोई एक दो बच गए हैं, तो फिर उसके पीछे 4-5 लग गए कि मुझे उसे गिराना है, मैं उसे सफल नहीं होने दूंगा। एक व्यक्ति बड़ा जद्दोजहद कर रहा था। मुझे लग रहा था अगर उन बैलून नहीं फोड़ने देंगे तो शायद उन्हें स्टेज पर नहीं रहने दिया जाएगा। कमोबेश यही स्थिति जीवन की है। मैं आपको बताना चाह रहा था वैल्यू एजुकेशन क्या है। आपने इस माध्यम से समझ लिया होगा कि वैल्यू एजुकेशन क्या है। हमारे अंदर यह वैल्यू नहीं है कि कोई हमसे आगे जा सकता है या किसी को मैं सफल होता देख सकता हूं। मैं अगर नहीं जीता तो अगला भी नहीं जीतेगा। मैं जिस चीज को प्राप्त नहीं कर सकता हूं उसके राह में मैं रोड़ा जरूर बनूंगा। दिस इज द इंपॉर्टेंस ऑफ वैल्यू एजुकेशन। I tried to give an example, and you were the example of that very activity, and you yourself proved it that there is lack of value education in human being. This is the nature of human being, that they don't want let others success or love success, but they hate successful people. This is the thing. Now we should come about value education, that is rooted in our education. Education starts from the Vedic age in our country. The Vedas and Upanishads form the source of inspiration for value education. In the Vedic period, in ashram education, the Guru insists his Shishya to follow certain values throughout his life. जब हमारी गुरुकुल की शिक्षा पद्धति थी, उस समय आश्रम में गुरु शिष्यों को कुछ वैल्यूज सिखाते थे और फिर उसकी परीक्षा भी लेते थे कि उसके वैल्यूज में कौन पास हुआ। जैसे एक जगह आश्रम में यह शिक्षा दी जा रही थी कि औषधीय गुण होते हैं पौधों में, सारे पौधों के औषधीय गुण को बताया गया। और फिर टीचर ने कहा, शिक्षक ने, गुरु ने कहा कि जाओ इस आश्रम में जितने भी बेकार पौधे हैं सबको उखाड़ के फेंक दो। एक शिष्य चुपचाप खड़ा रहा। सारे शिष्यों ने ढेर सारा पौधा उखाड़ दिया। किसी के दृष्टि में कोई लाभदायक नहीं था, कोई किसी की दृष्टि में दूसरा लाभदायक नहीं था, पूरा वीरान हो गया। एक शिष्य के हिस्से में एक भी पौधा नहीं था, वो कुछ नहीं कर रहा था। टीचर ने पूछा, गुरु ने पूछा, तुमने कोई पौधा नहीं उखाड़ा, तुम तो पूरा समय अपना बर्बाद कर दिए। उस शिष्य ने कहा कि गुरुदेव, मुझे तो कोई भी ऐसा पौधा नहीं लगता जिसमें औषधीय गुण नहीं है। सारे पौधे में औषधीय गुण है, मैं उखाड़ता किसको। तो वास्तव में उस शिष्य ने ही सही शिक्षा पाई वैल्यू एजुकेशन की। तो वैल्यू एजुकेशन की शिक्षा उसी समय से दी जा रही। आफ्टर दैट यूनिवर्सिटी एजुकेशन कमीशन in 1948-49 told that there should be some values in the students. Those values are loyalty, courage, discipline, self-sacrifice, and spirituality. It means when our India became free and University Education Commission focused on value education, that time these 5 values were underlined: loyalty, courage, discipline, self-sacrifice, and spirituality. After that, another commission came, Secondary Education Commission. It came in 1952-53. It highlighted 5 values. It means these 5 values must be inculcated in students. What are those values? Those are efficiency, good temper, cooperation, integrity, and discipline. After that, next education commission, you can say NCRT, which is running the education in the whole country, and NCRT in November 1976 pointed out some areas of value education. First one was dignity on manual level. Number 2, sense of social awareness and responsibility. Third, respect for others' religion. 4, fearlessness. 5th one, truthfulness. Next, non-violence, purity, service, and peacefulness. These were the areas, these were the qualities of value education that was remarked by NCRT in 1976. In a 5th year plan, there was much stress over education. 5th year plan lasted from 1974 to 79. There were 4 core areas where it was felt that value education should be implemented. Those were humanism, democracy, socialism, and secularism. After that, the new education policy. When we say about new education policy, that came in 1986. And the NEP, which is 2020, that is not new education policy, its full form is National Education Policy. So, new education policy that came in 1986, that time also it said that there is need of value education, and what are the reasons behind it? Reasons were told. You should know the reasons why value education is necessary. Tremendous advance in science and technology has resulted in a complete change in the lifestyle of the people. Science and technology has changed our lifestyle. Now you feel it. The lifestyle, what our parents were living, we are not living. In the same way, the lifestyle that we have adopted, our children are not going to adopt. Suppose I am telling about a song. We were listening song on tape recorder. It means our parents, our mother and father, when it was their time. In our time, there is no tape recorder. We listened song on mobile. But the future generation that is coming, they listen song on Alexa. It means if you find any area, there science and technology has changed the lifestyle. Next one is science and technology is being used to produce weapons of mass destruction, endangering the very existence of the human race instead of using it for the betterment of human life. Science and technology has increased. It should work for the betterment of human being. It should develop such type of things which are useful for us. But we are producing weapons. Now, those types of weapons are present which can kill thousands of people at a time. As you know about atom bomb. When atom bomb was dropped on Hiroshima and Nagasaki, whole the town destroyed. Now we have more dangerous weapons. And it is a danger for human race. So for the betterment of human life, value education is needed. With the atom, we can make atom bomb. We can also produce nuclear energy, whether we are using that for making atom bomb, nuclear bomb, or producing electricity. Suppose there is a matchbox, you can light your house with that matchbox, and you can also use that matchbox to burn your house. Whether you are using matchbox for lighting your house or for burning your house, it depends on you. And it will depend on value education. Erosion of traditional values. There were so many traditional values we were accepting in our society. Now, we don't want to work on those values, adopt those values. As it is said that before 20 years, the generation which was present, they were accepting the traditional values. But now we reject those all things. We don't believe in our traditions. We want to be modern. And when it is happening, that time it is creating problem for us. Life in the future is going to be faster and more complex. The student of today have to face such moral situations in future in which instead of depending on others, they may be required to take their own decision. Life is changing. Time is changing. And life has become very fast. We always say we have no time. Why? Why we have no time? Because life has become very fast. We have several types of work. Suppose you are a teacher, you are teaching in school. After that, you are doing some work in your house. For next day, you are preparing online, offline materials for your children, for your students. So in future, everything will change. And that time you will have to take your own decision. And for making decision in good way, value education is necessary. The present youth has special problems. It has started to question the conduct of elders. They do not see the relevance of the values preached. Now the generation which is coming, they put question mark on their elders. Today, children put a question mark on your work. They say, what have you done for me? If you had done in this way, that time I will feel no problem. Actually, this was your fault. They say the fault of their elders, their mother and father and grandfather, grandmother. They don't see their fault. The value which are preached to them, they don't want to adopt those values. This is the problem. Now we should come to National Education Policy 2020. National Education Policy 2020. There is chapter 11.8. Chapter 11.8 of National Education Policy says about 4 values. It means students should develop these 4 values in them. What are the 4 types of values? Development of humanistic values, development of ethical values, development of constitutional values, and development of universal values. Just you should see, as a human being, our behavior is not up to mark. We have no ethical values. We have no constitutional values. We don't understand what does Constitution permit us. We fight on the name of religion. name of caste, and we say that our religion permits it. What does Constitution permit? That value they have forgotten. And development of universal values. As you know that when coronavirus came, vaccine was given to some countries, some poor countries, African countries. That time, question was asked to government, why did you give vaccine to those countries? Actually, due to universal values, India did it. It is not only duty to save our people, it is also our duty to save those people who are living in this universe. So development of these all values should be focused on National Education Policy 2020, and chapter 11.8 says it. In chapter 11.8, there were some things. When you will read it, you will find that 10 words have been included, 10 values have been included. Truth, its Hindi has also been written there. It means Satya. Righteous conduct, it means Dharma. Peace, Shanti, love, Prem. Non-violence, Ahimsa. So these words, Satya, Dharma, Shanti, Prem, Ahimsa, these all words have been written in Hindi. It means we should understand what is Satya, Dharma, Shanti, Prem, Ahimsa that has been taught by our ancestors. Or we should know it. Scientific temper. There was a session on scientific temperament or scientific temper. Citizenship values. What is our citizenship values? If we are walking on the road, we should not walk in middle of the road. If we have right to walk on the road, it is our duty that I should give space to other persons. In our town, we always face problem of jam. Why? Because we don't understand citizenship values. Lessons in seva and service. You just saw during COVID the value of seva or service and participation in community service. Whenever there is any work related to your society, your community, that time you should participate. And life skill, a lot of things have been told about life skills. So these are the 10 things that has been mentioned in National Education Policy 2020, and it is described in chapter 11.8. Why education? Why are people getting education? We should know it first. Education should be imparted or is imparted for creating more employment opportunities. When any person is educated, he has more and more employment opportunity. Securing a higher income. Educated people can increase their income, or they can secure a higher income in their life if you are educated. Improving the economy. It is sure that if you have more money, if you are, your income is good, that time it is sure that it will improve your economy. And when your economy will improve, the economy of India or country or the world will also improve. Providing a prosperous and happy life. When these all things, we have good opportunity of employment, higher income, our economy is good, that time our life will be prosperous. We will have all the modern facilities present in our house, and we will lead a happy life. Creating modern society. When you are educated, that time you become modern. Although every age is modern age, we were thinking that we are modern, our parents are old. Now our children are saying that you are old-fashioned, we are modern. So every age is modern age, and the next generation thinks that you were not modern. And again, when next generation will come, that will be more modern. And we are creating this modern society due to education, introducing empowerment. If you have education, that time you will have power. It is said that education makes a nation strong. You should see all those developed nations, they have very good literacy rate. 100% people are literate there. And you are progressing even in the field of education to make you a powerful country. So it gives you power, or for getting power, education is necessary. So these all things are done with the help of education. If you are getting education, now we should come about value education. Why should there be value education? If you have got only education, that time you can do all things which will make you modern. You will progress in your life. But what is the need of value education? The full development of children's personality in its physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual aspects. There are different types of aspects. Physically, you will be strong. Mentally, you will be strong. Emotionally, you will be strong. And spiritually also, you will be strong. You may have seen that even sometimes the person who are on a good post, they suicide. Why does? Because they are not mentally strong. They may be economically strong, physically strong, but yet when they are not mentally strong, they cannot live their life. There must be emotion in human being. When you are a student, that time you think that no one should ask bribe from you. But when you get the chance, you become corrupt. The student of today is the future of tomorrow. And the person who was very good during his student life, he becomes a corrupt person. Because he has no emotion, no spiritual knowledge. Development of good manner and responsibility towards citizenship. As a citizen, we have some responsibilities. We must adopt good manners that should be present in us. And it will come with the help of value education. The way of thinking and living should be developing at the democratic level. We are living in a democratic country. All the countries where there is no democracy, there is demand of democracy. So our way of thinking will change, and we will do anything in democratic way, not in an authoritarian way. Developing patience, honesty, and moral values. You will be patient, there will be honesty and moral values in you. Now we should know about what are the common values. I have here given a list of common values. There are 20 common values that I have tried to list. You may increase some more, but whatever I could do, that I am presenting. Those are loyalty, spirituality, humility, compassion, honesty, kindness, integrity, selflessness, determination, generosity, courage, tolerance, trustworthiness, and some more: appreciation, empathy, toughness, self-reliance, and attentiveness. These are the common values that should be present in human being. What is the importance of value education? Value education develops our character. It means for character development, value education is necessary. For citizenship education, value education is necessary. And for personality development, value education is necessary. One by one, we will discuss it. What is the importance of character development? If your character will develop, what will happen? It gives a positive direction to the students to shape their future and even helps them to know the purpose of their life. When students will develop their character, that time they will know what is the purpose of this life. If we have come in this world as human being, what is the purpose of life as a human being? It teaches them the best way to live that can be beneficial to individuals as well as the people around them. Nowadays, we have become very selfish. We think about I. We don't think about we. मैं के बारे में सोचते हैं, हम के बारे में नहीं सोचते हैं. It means people think about himself, not about those who are living around him. If they will get value education, they will work for his development as well as for the development of society. Value education also helps the student to become more and more responsible and sensible. We must be sensible in our work. We must be responsible in our work. We don't understand our responsibility. Whenever the time comes, we forget it was our responsibility. And we should do it. And due to it, sometimes it creates problem for you and also for your family, sometimes for the institution where you are working. It helps them to understand the perspective of life in a better way and lead a successful life as a responsible citizen. Just I have told you, responsibility is what? It also helps students to develop a strong relationship with family and friends. Now, family structure has broken. In India, there was joint family system in which mother, father, brother, uncle, aunt, grandfather, grandmother, all were living. But nowadays, in family, there are mother, father, and children. Sometimes it is asked from a gents, male, where is your family? Where is your family? आजकल कभी कभी पुरुषों से पूछा जाता है आपका परिवार आजकल कहाँ है? वो कहते हैं अपने नैहर गई. It means the definition of family has decreased or very limited. Family means only wife. और मैं कह देता हूं क्या वो तो अपने नैहर गई है. पूछ भी लेते हैं कब आएगी आपका परिवार कब आने वाला है. It means relationship that was among family that has decreased. So students will develop a good relationship. It develops the character and personality of students. Value education develops a positive view of life in students' life. Sometimes we think that life is useless. This is the cause of suicide. When they think, I have nothing to do now in my life now, I can do nothing, that time they suicide. But we will understand the value of life and we will be positive towards our life. Now we should know importance of personality development. When your personality development happens, that time what happens? The students become more responsible for their behavior with teachers and fellow students. students are coming in the school, they become responsible if their personality is developed. They know how to behave with their teachers. They know how to behave with their friends, fellow students, seniors and juniors. Sometimes you will find that those students who have no value education, they don't respect even their teachers. They create problem for their friends. So it will make them responsible towards it. The students become regular with their homework and classwork. Homework and classwork also create a problem. The students don't mind that homework was given and classwork was given. When their personality will develop, they will do their homework regularly, classwork regularly. They learn to cooperate with the teachers and fellow students in every situation. Whenever there will be time for help, those students will be ready to help you. Suppose I have to bring 10 chairs here from the ground floor. If that student has got the value education and you take one chair, that time he will come running and he will say, sir, where are you taking this chair? And you will say, I am going up on second floor with the chair. He will tell, no, you should not go, sir, I am going. I will take it. It means he will be ready to cooperate you. And they learn to handle every situation in class with maturity. Different types of situations occur in the classroom. And when that situation comes, with maturity, he will handle. There will be no problem in the classroom. The students become attentive in class. The student whose personality is developed, they will be very attentive in the class. Whatever you will teach, whatever you will say, they will listen you carefully. It helps students to take their own decision without any hesitation. Decision making is very great thing. Sometimes it becomes a very difficult task for us to make any decision. Suppose you have told any student, go to the market and buy 1 kg potato. You told the rate is 15 rupees per kg. And when he goes to market, that time he come to know that the rate is 20 rupees kg. That time he is not able to make decision whether I should take potato or not. He returns from there without taking that item. He should ask next shopkeeper, 2 shopkeepers, 3 shopkeepers, and if the rate is same, he can buy some less potato and come house. Actually, he has no decision-making power, so it happens. It helps a positive mind and a good attitude. The attitude of those students are good. Value education creates a strong relationship between student and teacher. There will be very good relationship between students and teacher. Purpose of value education. What is the purpose of value education? The purpose of value education is to develop the child's personality in all possible aspects, to develop good moral values in the children, to develop thinking in a better aspect and a democratic way of living. Some more purposes are there: to develop good citizenship and standard of living and behavior of children, to develop tolerance and make a kind person to the children. Now it comes, what are the methods of teaching value education? There are some methods of teaching value education. We should focus on that. Classroom learning activities method. This method includes direct presentation, discussion, reading, listening, etc. These all things are taught by the teachers, and we do these all things in our classroom for developing value education. Practical activity method. This method includes the practical description of the strategies. This practical knowledge enhances the learning skills. They live life by doing practical by themselves. It means in practical activity, that type of situation is created. And students go through that very situation. What will they do? Suppose anyone falls in the classroom. What does they do? What do they do? Just they go to help his colleague, to help his class fellow, to help his friend. They will learn it in practical activity method. Socialized technique. This includes the learner involved in the practical activities and experiences which represents the functions and problems of agents in socialization. Man is a social animal, and to live in society, socialization is very necessary. So they are involved to be socialized. Incident learning method. This gives the study of an episode or experience in the life of an individual group. Sometimes you ask question. Suppose you are going on the road. A person put his hand in his pocket, and when he took hand from his pocket, a note of 500 fell. What will you do? रास्ते में कोई व्यक्ति जा रहा था, आप उसके पीछे पीछे चल रहे थे, उसने पैकेट में हाथ डाला और हाथ निकाला तो 500 रुपये का एक नोट गिर गया. बच्चे से पूछते हैं तुम क्या करोगे? अलग अलग रिएक्शन है. Different types of reaction will come. But what will be the best reaction? The student who will tell that I will take that money and return to that man. मैं वो पैसा लूंगा और उसे वापस करूंगा. वो जो करते करेगा वो that is called value education. I saw this very incident one day. One child was going to his school and suddenly note of 100 fell from his pocket. 3 persons ran and the auto wala also stopped auto. I was sitting in the side of the auto and I went there, and before a person can take that note with his hand, I put my leg. कई लोग उस पर गए, ऑटो वाले ने भी ऑटो रोका, लेकिन मैं साइड में बैठा था तो पहले मैं उतर गया, और जैसे ही एक व्यक्ति उसको हाथ से उठाना चाह रहा था, मैंने पैर से उसको दाब दिया. मैंने उस नोट को उठाया, उस बालक को आवाज दिया, नहीं सुना, मैं दौड़ कर गया, ऑटो छोड़ दिया कुछ देर के लिए, फिर उस बच्चे को मैंने दे दिया. मैं जान रहा था कि वो सारे व्यक्ति इसलिए उसके पीछे दौड़े कि वो नोट अपना हो. वे इसलिए नहीं दौड़े उस बच्चे को मैं नोट दे दूंगा. अगर ऐसा रहता तो वो बच्चे को जरूर पुकारते, देखो तुम्हारा नोट गिर गया. किसी ने ये आवश्यकता महसूस नहीं की. सबों ने सोचा ये नोट मेरा कैसे हो जाए. दिस इज द प्रॉब्लम विथ अस. फुल डेवलपमेंट ऑफ child's personality in its physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual aspects. I have discussed it. Objectives of value education. Inculcation of a spirit of patriotism and national integration. We have also to develop patriotism in students. We have to develop democratic way of thinking and living. There should be tolerance in the students regarding others' religious faiths. developing sense of brotherhood at social, national, and international level, helping pupils to have faith in themselves and in some supernatural power that is supposed to control this universe and human beings, and enabling pupils to make decisions on the basis of sound moral principles. These are the objectives of value education. We have discussed much on these all points before it. Evolving the education criteria on value education, suggesting measures for better utilization of value education, and finding out the interests of pupil in relation to different aspects and activities of value education. Clarifying the meaning and concept of value education. These are the objectives of value education. What is the aim of value education? There are 5 aims that I have included. Develop scientific temper of mind. We will think scientifically whether when a cat crosses the road, is there any danger? They will know it scientifically. They will be not superstitious. Large-heartedness. His heart will be large. What is large-heartedness? Means, yes, bada dil wala. It means if you have 2 chocolates and there is your son, and with your son there is his friend also. That time you give 2 chocolates to your son, or you give 1 chocolate to your son and 1 chocolate to your son's friend. That is called large-heartedness. If you distribute both chocolates to both the children and you think both are like my son, that is large-heartedness. Cooperation. It is well known. We cooperate each other. Tolerance. Nowadays it is said that there is less tolerance. It means we don't want to tolerate anything. We have become very short-tempered. Whenever any issue comes, we become angry. We cannot tolerate others. Respect for the culture of other groups. We should also respect culture of others. Suppose I like to wear jeans and another one likes to wear dhoti. It doesn't mean that if I am wearing jeans or coat pant, that time I am modern, and the person who is wearing dhoti kurta, he is not modern, he has no knowledge. One day, a child went to his house and he told his father, "Father, you are not a gentleman." Then his father asked, "Why I am not a gentleman?" That time he showed the picture of gentleman which was present in his book. जेंटलमैन का जो पिक्चर दिया हुआ था उसमें कोट पैंट पहना हुआ, टाई लगाया हुआ आदमी था, और बच्चे का पिता धोती और कुर्ता पहनता था. उसने कह दिया कि आप जेंटलमैन नहीं हैं क्योंकि आप तो धोती कुर्ता पहनते हैं. It means he couldn't understand that this is our culture and that is their culture. Now we should come to conclusion. There is a difference between the things you value and your actual values. The former come and go, but your values can guide you throughout your life, no matter the situation. Here is a simple test. If someone can take it away from you, then it is not one of your values. I am giving an example. Like right of speech or freedom of speech. You have got freedom of speech. Freedom of speech cannot be your value, because someone can take away. Government can ban you from speaking anything. there may be restriction on freedom of speech. So freedom of speech is not a value. Actual value is what? Like honesty. Honesty cannot be taken from you. Suppose you are honest and someone says that you should be dishonest, that time if your value is high, that time no one can take away your honesty from you. You will remain honest. As yesterday I told that teachers must be honest enough. They should be able to face any situation, any reality. If I didn't perform well, you can give me that type of remark that my performance was not good. That is your honesty and that is your value. So value is the thing that others cannot take away from you. And if there is anything that can be taken away from you, that is not your value. Okay? Thank you. Have a nice day. If you have any question, you can ask me. Have you any question? Yes. Okay, let him ask questions. No, let him ask question. Yes, sir. Oh, mic, sir. I have mic here. Okay, sir. What is your question?
आप तो बहुत अनुभवी हैं सर। हम लोग ये 9 दिन से देख रहे हैं सर कि आपका प्राय आ जाता है यहाँ। सर एक मेरा सवाल है, कहा जाता है कि क्लासरूम में जाएं शिक्षक तो मुस्कुराते हुए जाएं, लेकिन वहां रिएक्शन अलग मिलता है सर। मुस्कुराते हुए जाते हैं तो बच्चा नौटीपन दिखाना शुरू करता है सर, और यदि आंख टाइट करके जाते हैं तो बच्चा एकदम शांत मिलता है सर। तो क्या किया जाए सर, थोड़ा सा मार्गदर्शन करें सर।
Okay, thank you, sir. Although this is beyond my topic, but I'll try to express my ideas regarding it. बच्चे खुश ना हो इसलिए मैं आंखें तरेर कर क्लासरूम में जाऊं, तो पहले तो मैंने अपनी खुशी छीनी, उसके बाद हम बच्चों की खुशी को छीनते हैं। अगर हम खुशी खुशी क्लासरूम में जाते हैं और आप कहते हैं कि बच्चे कुछ ना कुछ नटखटपन दिखाएंगे, बच्चे तो नटखट होते ही हैं। बच्चों को आप नटखटपन क्यों छीनना चाहते हैं? हाँ, मैं उसे अनुशासित जरूर बनाऊंगा, और अनुशासित बनाने के लिए प्यार सबसे बढ़िया चीज है। अगर आपको लगता है प्यार से नहीं मार से अनुशासित लोग होते हैं, तो जेल में रहने वाले दिन रात जो गलत काम करने के बाद मार खाते हैं बुरी तरह से, वो उसके बाद वो गलत काम नहीं करते। आपके बच्चे जब कोई गलती करके आते हैं तो आप उन्हें पीटते नहीं, आप अपने बच्चों को बड़े प्यार से समझाते हैं, बेटा ऐसा नहीं करना। लेकिन होता क्या है कि आप अन्य बच्चों में अपने बेटे या अपने बेटी को नहीं देख सकते। जिस तरह से आंखें तरेर देते हैं, उसके एक शब्द कहने पर या वो एकदम शांत रहे, क्या यही रवैया, क्या यही व्यवहार अगर मेरा पुत्र या मेरी पुत्री रहती है तो हम करते हैं। हम वहां पर अपना व्यवहार थोड़ा सा बदलते हैं, अपने बच्चे को जितना होता है उसको प्रेम से समझाने का प्रयास करते हैं। बड़ी से बड़ी शिकायत आने के बाद भी उसको बड़े अच्छे से समझाते हैं, बेटा ऐसा नहीं करना, वैसा नहीं करना। और मारने वाला जो हथियार है, ये तो शायद हम यूज करना ही नहीं चाहते हैं, बिकॉज वो हमारा आत्मजा है। दूसरे बच्चों को भी आप उस रूप में देखें कि वो भी ठीक आप ही की पुत्र की भांति है, पुत्री की भांति है। आपको आंखें निकालने की जरूरत नहीं होगी, बड़े प्रेम से आप जाएं बड़े प्रेम से बच्चे भी पेश आएंगे और आपकी समस्या दूर हो जाएगी। आप कैसा अपना इमेज बनाते हैं क्लासरूम के अंदर, यह भी निर्भर करता है। अगर आपने ये अपना इमेज बना लिया कि जब तक मैं गुस्सा नहीं होगा तो बच्चे नहीं शांत होंगे, तो आपको अपना इमेज थोड़ा सा परिवर्तित करना होगा और फिर आपको समस्या नहीं आएगी क्लासरूम के अंदर। किन्हीं के मन में और कोई क्वेश्चन हो तो कर सकते हैं, या फिर अगर कोई दूसरा भी प्रश्न हो तो आप पूछ सकते हैं। एनी क्वेश्चन? ओके, थैंक यू।
बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद राजेश सर को। अब से ठीक 1 घंटे के बाद हमारा तीसरा और आज का आखिरी सत्र शुरू होगा और हम लोग फिर इसी विशाल सभागार में 1:45 पर पुनः संबल हो जाएंगे। धन्यवाद।